Howdy folks, this is old Pine Knot 42. I'm going to attempt to show you a problem I had and how I corrected it. Have you ever tried to mow with a self-propelled mower on a bank? One side keeps picking up and the wheel won't get a bite, and there you are, you end up pushing this heavy thing all along the bank because it can't get a bite. So my mower's a snapper. They may not all be like this, but this one is. And this is what I did to lock the differential so it did not use that part anymore. I've already had this thing apart to make it easier, so let me show what I did. You go ahead and take all the bolts out, then you slip this off, bust the half apart, which is not very hard at all. There's a seal on both sides, so you always want to take care of that, and hopefully you'll take care of the gasket and you can use it again. Okay, then we'll take this side out. Now that we've got that out, we'll go ahead and take this thing apart right here, the differential part itself. And I'll show you what it looks like inside and what I did to correct it. Or not correct it, but to make it work for me. I thought about welding it, but I thought, well, you know, it may not do exactly as good as I think it ought to do. So if I weld it, I'm just up the creek without a paddle. So I decided I wasn't going to weld it. Alright, this thing just comes right apart. By the way, when you take it apart, there's one of these on both sides. Here's the other one that I had. So there's one of these on one here and one here. So be sure to use those thrust washers. Okay. So now, when you take it apart, this is a little old pivot pin that fits here in the middle that helps the two axles pivot on us, turn on those. Now, when you take this thing apart, and I put a lot of goo on it here. I probably should have taken a movie before I put all this stuff on. But here's what I did. These things will alternate. You got a set here, and then you've got another set, and what they do is they differentiate. And I'm going to show you how what I did with them to get them to work in a way to keep it from using the differential part. I take this and I put it in here. Okay, this one right here depends in the other piece. Let me get it out. Boy, it's so slick now, I can't hardly do anything with it. There it is. Put it in here like that. Then take this one and put it on here like this. Now when you try to turn the axle, it won't turn because it's trying to turn this one, and this is turning. They all fight one another. Now there's a little spacer on here, don't forget, we'll use them to take care of it. Now this side over here, we want to go the other way because it's going to lock the other axle. So we take it off, and I have to get that other pin out. Alright, we'll put it in here. I hope this thing turns out and I won't have to do it again. Okay, now there's that one like that. Now we take this, and you'll notice right here there's a little notch right here, and this notch fits right here. So you shouldn't have any trouble getting it lined up. Okay, that one there's that way. Now we take this one here, we put it in here like this, and be sure to lube it real good. And I just use plain old wheel bearing grease. Okay. Now we take this, I won't put the whole thing together. I'm just going to do 2 of them and keep it from flying apart when I show you how to put it through the seal, because if you don't put it through that seal right, you'll end up tearing your seal up and you'll have to get another seal. Now, I don't know, I guess you probably, I don't know, it may be a dealer item only, and I don't like buying dealer items only because they're usually kind of expensive. Tell you what, these things are a lot easier to do when they're not quite so greasy, but when it's going back together, you kind of want a little grease in there. I don't know what the torque value is on this. I didn't look it up, and for what it is, I'm not going to be on the road with it. I'm not worried too much about it. I'm just snugging it down. Okay, now I'll show you how to put one piece in, and that'll be all. Now this side here on my mower, this went to the left, and this right here was on the left. So what I did is I take this and put through here like this, get it started in the seal, and then I take and start rolling it around like this and kind of walk it through, and then you can put it on. And basically you put it back together, and that's it. If you have any questions on it, you can I think I'm not that used to YouTube, but you can put a comment on it if you want to. And this is old Pine Knot 42 saying so long.